Hey, horror fans, once again, it is me, the Horror Mazamani G. Yes, it's time to review another horror movie. It's time to review the horror movie simply called Freaky! Now, Freaky is a 2020 horror comedy film. It was directed by Christopher Landon. It was written by him and Michael Kennedy. The film stars Vince Vaughn, Catherine Newton, Celeste O'Connor, and Misha Ozervich. I believe I pronounced his name correctly. Now, the premise and plot of this film is very simple. After swapping bodies with a deranged serial killer, a young girl in high school discovers she has less than 24 hours before the change becomes permanent. Oh no! Now, of all the subgenres of movies I have seen, horror movies I have seen, I believe horror comedies are the hardest to pull off. Now, it's not just about getting the horror elements to work. You also have to make sure that the jokes land because it has to be funny, that the story fits, and if you're either going to be silly about it or you're going to be serious, but also still be funny at the same time. Now, sometimes it works, like Shaun of the Dead, and sometimes it doesn't, like Piranha 3 Double D. 3 Double D. Yeah, you have some good horror comedies, and then you have some bad horror comedies. Then you have comedies that are so bad, but they're good. But it's really hard for me to see a decent, good horror comedy film. There are some out there, but then again, you also have people have their own choices when it comes to what's funny and what's not funny. Now, writer-director Christopher Langdon, who gave us Happy Death Day and Happy Death Day to You, brings us his latest entry into this subgenre, a horror twist on the Freaky Friday plot simply called Freaky! Oh, God, yes! Now, after we get a very Scream-like opening, we're introduced to Millie Kessler, played by Catherine Newton. Now, she is a meek, shy, and bully teenage girl. Now, while waiting to be picked up by her older sister, she is attacked by the Blissfield Butcher, played by Vince Vaughn, who we saw kill those teenagers in the opening of the movie. Now, when the Butcher stabs Millie with a weird-looking dagger called the La Dola, it causes them to switch bodies, and insanity happens. Now, Millie is trapped in the Butcher's body, and the Butcher's body is trapped into Millie's body. Yeah, we get some decent comedy when that happens. Now, after some crazy moments when Millie, while trapped in the Butcher's body, convinces her friends, Nyla and Josh, on who she really is, we find out that they have 24 hours in order before the changes become permanent. So that's basically what the plot of the movie is. We see the silly moments after the switch. We see other silly moments and funny moments when Millie, in the Butcher's body, is trying to convince Nosh and Jalo who she is. And then once they research something about the Dalala, they find out that, we have to get her switched before it becomes permanent, and she's stuck in the Butcher's body. And unfortunately, she'll be going to jail. Now, one of the things I like about this movie is how Christopher and his writing partner, Michael Kennedy, were able to make this film funny but seriously at the same time. They know what type of film they wanted to create. They know how to combine the elements of horror and comedy, and that's basically what they did here. Now, obviously, Landon knows how to mix horror because that opening scene, which is sort of like you definitely get some Scream vibes when you see it, is great. We get some great kills, and we also see some comedy elements as well. Seeing Millie in the Butcher's body do the Blissfield cheer and the handshake that Nyla and Josh did for funny. As we see in the beginning of the film, we see some foreshadowing moments as we see Nyla getting butchered, not only by some mean girls, by one of the teachers. We see Alan Rocky makes an appearance in the film as well. We obviously know that eventually when the switch happens, she's going to get payback from these people. And I thought those elements were funny, and I like that as I like how well Vince Vaughn did those scenes there. Now, like I said, you really have to give credit to Vince Vaughn because he's pretty good, not only playing a violent serial killer at the beginning of the film, despite that ridiculous mask he was wearing, and then having to imitate playing a meek, timid, and weak teenage girl stuck in a strong Beckman's body. I like how he runs. He runs very slow because even though he's this huge guy, he runs very slow. He's supposed to be running like a girl. We can see how he realizes how strong the Blissfield Butcher really is. He takes advantage of that as well. But he's meek. He's scared. He doesn't know what the hell's happening. And you really got to give Vince Vaughn credit in how he plays Millie being stuck in the blissful butcher's body. I thought he did a fantastic job on doing that. Now, the same goes for Catherine Newton. Now, I'm pretty sure you guys might remember her from Paranormal Activity 4, which Christopher Landon did as well. And she does a good job in playing a confident, sexy, but very violent girl. There's a scene when she realizes who she is and she's stuck in Millie's body. And we can see that she's totally different from what we saw in the beginning of the film. She's more confident, she's aggressive, and she does not take any pictures, take any prisoners, I would say that. We get to see the advantages and disadvantages both characters are going through in their different bodies. And at times, you find some funny elements in both instances in the film. I like her interactions with the mean girl that we saw in the first film, and of course the mean boys that we see later in the film. I like her interactions with those characters. And of course, obviously, there's a funny moment where Millie, stuck in the butcher's body, takes advantages of the boy that bullied her in the beginning of the film. So those were funny scenes there. Now, I love the camaraderie that Millie has with Josh and Nyland. Both Celeste O'Connor and Josh Overrich have great chemistry with Newton, and you believe that the three of them have been friends for quite a while. It's basically those scenes that really draw in the film, and you get the camaraderie. I mean, you really believe that they have been friends for quite a while, and I really like that chemistry. That really gives the aspect of the film. We get some funny moments. I think Misha, I called him Josh, his real name is Mishka, but he plays Josh in the film. My bad right there. But he really does a good job, and we have some funny moments in the film, and I thought the three of those actors did a fantastic job. Now, one of the things I didn't like was about the film is Millie's relationship with her family. Now, I know that Landon and Kenny were trying to make the audience care more about Millie because we find out her father passed away and the mother's a drunk. And but for me, it just didn't fit in this film, and that's one of the problems when you have a horror comedy, when you're trying to take some serious moments, even a film that's really not really taking itself seriously. I know that they are, but I felt this aspect of Millie's character simply just didn't fit in the film. And there is a scene that takes place during the second act of the film, and it really slows the pacing down to a crawl. And to me, it really there's no place in being this film. It would have been better if we didn't have that aspect of the film. I understand what Landon and Kenny were trying to do, but to me, it just didn't fit. Now, I know everyone will love the kills in this movie. The filmmakers do a good job because they don't hold back as the butcher is violent and kills without mercy. Yeah, again, that opening scene really sets the tone of the film. It's even better seeing Catherine doing the kills, and I'm glad they didn't hold back on the gore. And I like the fact that they use mainly practical effects. Now, they do have some CGI mixed in, but it's still decent, violent, and bloody. So, despite some dull moments, this was a pretty good horror comedy. We have some decent kills. Vince Vaughn and Catherine Newton were excellent, and we get some pretty good laughs as well. For me, this is an excellent and bloody take on the Freaky Friday plot. So, I'm going to give Freaky 3 out of my 5 bloody gold coins. It's going to get 3 out of my 5 bloody gold coins. I believe this was released in theaters, but I think right now it could be on Hulu or Shudder. I forget which streaming service it is on available right now. I know it's available on VOD because I actually saw this on Comcast VOD, but I don't know what those streaming services is, but I really recommend you guys to go check it out. It's actually one of the better horror comedies I've seen in a while. So there you have it. That is my review of Freaky. Have you seen Freaky, my horror fans? What do you think about it? Did you enjoy the film, or did you thought it was just another, okay. Please leave your comments in the comment section below and tell me what you thought about Freaky. And so there you have it. That's my video for today, guys. Hope you did enjoy it. So please like and share. Also, if you're new here, please hit that subscriber button and ring that notification bell. That way you'll be notified anytime when I put up new videos such as this one. Once again, my name is Lamont Smith, better known as the Horror Miser Monty G, and always remember that horror rules. And I'll see you in my next video. I am out.